We were having a great time and we decided we're going to start a company.
Russ Artzt, a living legend, along the likes of Steve Jobs and Bill Gates, formerly co-founder of Computer Associates, where he built and ran research and development for decades. CA was the first software company to reach $1 billion in revenue and is currently one of the largest software corporations in the world.
I'm a New York City kid, grew up in the city, actually grew up in Queens, and went to high school in the Bronx, so that was my first venture. I went to a special math school in the Bronx called Bronx Science, graduated and went to Queens College, New York City kid, and I had a deal with my dad. The deal with my dad was I'd go to Queens College local school for 2 years, right? The price was right, Queens College was very, very inexpensive. Got a great education. Deal was I go there for 2 years, and then I can go to any school I want, okay? I go to Queens College. As a sophomore, I walk in, I'm a math major. I walk into math class, and my future wife's sitting there. Front row, it's an advanced calculus course. She's sitting there, she's loving math, you know. First question I remember was, did you do the homework? That was my opening line. Never let her out of my sight after that, you know, and became my wife after we graduated. While I was at Queens College, so she was a math major, but she was taking education courses to become a teacher. She met a guy named Charles Wang, you know, during the education courses, and really liked him. They got along well. He was very different than everybody else. And turns out one day I go into my math course and she's waiting for me at the end of the class. We're meeting, we're gonna go out for dinner. She comes to the class and she says, you know, that's Charles Wang, my friend. I want to introduce you to him. So she comes into the class to introduce, we were in the same class. And it was a graduate math course. And Charles was up at the front arguing with the professor about his grade. And I go up and she introduces me to him and we hit it off. First I was very impressed that he had the courage to argue with a full professor from MIT. I would never do that. And he was arguing with him. And then we got to know each other. And ultimately, Queens College changed my whole life. By meeting my wife and future partner, saved my father a lot of money because I decided not to transfer. I had application all set. I was going to University of Chicago. I picked that school. I was going to go there, and I saved my dad a lot of money. So after our initial job, I worked for a company. The Vietnam War was going on. I was doing programming for the Department of Defense up by Columbia University, up in Harlem. And we were going to lunch every day in Harlem. It was great. It taught me how to speak Chinese a little bit, you know, enough to order some food. And we were having a great time and we decided we're going to start a company.